I was muted. Thank you for telling me. Jeez. Let me go through again. No, disaster. I thought I pressed the unmute button. Let me put some background music on. But hello. Sorry for the weird things. I went to go get my laundry and I remembered I had it out drying my bed sheets. They've been out there all day, so I got them in right when I started the stream because I remembered that. But hello, yes, thank you for letting me know. We are working on more character sheets for this little JRPG portfolio project, concept art project called Cryptics. So on Saturday, we were doing the model sheet here of the protagonist Marie. I finished it on Sunday, just doing these like expressions here. And yesterday, I started doing the model sheet for the wolf, who is like the first party member you get. He's kind of like a weird, creepy, uncanny, medieval-inspired wolf. Technically, like, kind of not really a wolf, his own like mythical creature, but he kind of is closely resembling a wolf. And yeah, he's kind of based off of birds a bit in his posing and some of his design. Like his snout is like a beak. He's got these like great horned owl kind of ears. His eyes bulge out. So yeah, I'm going to do a front and back pose. I did the front pose yesterday, and I really like how it looks with like the sketchy kind of feel. It feels very like whimsical fairy tale kind of creature. We'll see if I can capture that with a more simple art style though, with the final kind of model sheet. And I've got to probably redo this back pose here because I'm not really liking how it's looking. So what I might actually do is like open the timeline and make it an animation folder kind of thing. Let's make a animation folder. Copy this, put it in here. Wait one, okay. And here we go. Now I will be able to get the general kind of, it doesn't have to be perfect, like an orthographic turnaround sheet, but just so I can get the general angles kind of right, like his head, snout, feet. Okay, so we're going to try and aim for like a 3/4 back kind of pose. So his spine would be going up through here. He's got like his hump, which is fur and everything. His neck comes around into here. His head comes out from like that. And his snout, it's a little droopy bit, I think. From the side here, we might make it a bit more just straight on. Okay, like so. Some whiskers. His eye just kind of like looking over like that. Look a little bit more crusty. He's kind of a little too friendly looking here, I think. Let's see though. Yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day. Yesterday it was a public holiday here in Japan. It was Umi no Hi, or like Ocean Day, or Marine Day. I think Marine Day is like the official translation. And yeah, I did really well. I was thinking of going to the beach, like the Odaiba beach, but it was like 36 degrees, and it was still very hot, so I mainly just stayed home. But yeah. So his dog legs are so weird. We're going for like a kind of 3/4 back angle, aren't we? Okay. Is that leg what I want? Just make sure I'm not muted still. Okay, good. Stop checking. I'm not sure that leg is what I want. It's almost like more of a side-on leg, isn't it? It's his butt. Okay. So his leg should be kind of coming down like that, I think. He feels weird though. I don't know. Like, that feels... weird. Feels weird. Look at wolf. 3/4 back. Okay, it's gonna be hard to find a reference for. I think I had like a little toy or something, like a figure. I don't really like dog-like figures. I think I have like a little, yeah. I've got a Thylacine figure. If I go back in Australia, which is like the Tasmanian tiger. So it's like kind of similar to a dog. It's the same kind of build. Just subscribed. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. So let me see if I can get this angle. This doggy. Let me put the onion skin back on. So he's pretty gangly and old and skinny. Odd little, or keep him little. I don't actually have a name for him. I've just been referring to him as the wolf. I'm not sure if I would name him or not, because the story behind him is he kind of like lived and was befriended by this like old woodsman who the main character Marie kind of like befriends and learns from, like the tutorial portion of the game, and he's like holding off this like strong like wild hunt which causes like terrible winters, but he dies because he's old as hell, and then the wolf still remains, but he becomes like a party member, and he's kind of like, he likes tricking people a bit, he likes being a sneaky old creepy monster guy. So maybe he would have a name, maybe he would just go by something simple like wolf. Not sure. Move his butt a bit. Yeah, dog hind legs are the things I kind of struggle with most. Or just like general quadruped hind legs, how it goes to that like bend. With this Thylacine figure they've got a much lower bend. I gotta kind of give it 3D shape. And his other leg is more ahead, but there's the angle. It's kind of lower. That's okay. This leg's a bit too big. Move that down a bit. Very messy in this section. Let me erase some of this to clean it up a bit. Okay. And this tail, which I might even do a version with it removed just to make it kind of clearer, which you see a lot of model sheets do for games with like tails, because they get in the way. Everyone likes drawing. Who wants to draw big fluffy tails? Everyone's hand goes up. Who wants to draw, like, who wants to know what goes underneath the tail? Ooh. Nobody puts their hand up. Okay. So... he's got like these... I'm not sure. His head's maybe a bit too big. Try pinching it a bit. Okay. Oh, did not mean to rotate. Okay. How do dog butts look like? Because this part here, like, what am I gonna draw? Just balls? No. I mean, technically, like, he would have balls because he's like a wild wolf thing, but like, he's a magical creature. He doesn't need them. It's it's not marketable for a portfolio, unfortunately. So yeah, so he's got fur that comes up here, and I guess it just kind of comes around. So it goes around a little bum hole. We can draw bum holes, little X's for bum holes there. Those are demure. And then his tail. It comes out here. It's got this curve to it. So, yeah. Let's draw some more of this fur. So his fur kind of goes over his leg a bit, which helps hide any anatomy issues I may have. Yeah, okay. His back legs have a little bit of fluffs coming up. Cool. Okay. And then his tail's got like this bit of white bit kind of here, because he's gonna have like frost magic, I think. So he's gonna be like white on there when he's in magical areas. It more becomes like a blue or even red. Okay. Yeah, alright, so I think that's pretty good for a back pose, just rough sketch-wise. Oh. I think I might just make his foot here smaller. Okay. And his head, I might make it a bit more pointed. His ear, yeah. I'm gonna bring her to the right a bit more. Like so. I wanted to still have that kind of long neck feel. Which is hard to do when it's going backwards in perspective. Just pushing it a bit makes it work better. His eye is also much bigger here. Just have to make that smaller. Okay. I feel like I should probably make his snout longer too. Let me do a little bit of perspective edit. So helps a little bit for bits of my head, my brain or hand might struggle to draw. Okay, might be good. Okay. So is that our doggy? Let's get rid of timeline view. Get that out of there. Bring back this guy. And oh yeah, comparing that to that. Pretty better, I'd say. Pretty good, pretty good. Cool. Alright. So pretty much got some of our poses here. Might even make this one bigger. So his head's kind of the same size. Yeah. Alright. And yeah, I think I mentioned on the Saturday stream, but I ordered a Retroid Pocket 5, which is like an Android-based emulation device. And I'm so excited for it. Hopefully it arrives like within like next week sometime. But today, like this morning, I was just like looking up. I was going really down the rabbit hole of just like games I want to try emulating on it. Looking into like Japan exclusive things, how different series were localized and made by developers and localized by different publishers. It's weird. Like I was looking into just the history of the Shin Megami Tensei series, how many spin-offs came from that. And then the Trails series, which is like a JRPG series, which came from Legend of Heroes, which came from Dragon Slayer, which turns out Dragon Slayer was just Nihon Falcom's main guy. Every type of game he made would be under that label, and but they would spin off into their own series from there. So you had Dragon Slayer, then you had Xanadu, then you had Trails, and you had like this other one called like Romancia or something. And then there was this other one called Monarch, which is like a strategy game. Which is like so many things, it's so confusing, it's so weird. And they're on like different systems, like I was looking into like the TurboGrafx 16, like the Sega CD, and like the Sega Saturn. And then like Neo Geo kind of games, like there's this weird golfing Neo Geo game that I kind of want to emulate because it's got this one song that I really like. I'll put it on. What was it called? It's... Oh, hold on, it's a different game. It's Mona... Is it Mona, or like Mona Square, which is Monarch, which I think was the last Monarch game that they made. And I kind of like how it looks. It's so weird. So it was, what was it called? It's called Golf Dream, like Germany music or something. It's the Neo Geo game. What was it called? Neo Turf Masters Germany course music. Let me put this on. I'm like, it's kind of a banger. I like it. So I'm like looking into all these weird things. I'm like, I don't even know what a Neo Geo. I've never even like I've probably seen one. Because I live in Japan and I've seen like been to Super Nintendo and stuff. Didn't know what it was. It's like all these weird consoles that I just didn't know about for my time. And I'm like, I kind of want to see what these are like. Maybe like PlayStation 1 games. There was this really weird developer called Phoenix Games that made really bad games. But one of them, like the two like best games, one was like a Sega game, I think, for some reason, and the other one was a game developed by a company called Cave, and also by Atlas. Do you mix like Persona and Shin Megami Tensei? It's like a racing game. It was called like, oh, what was it called? It's a Japanese word, I forget. Something. I mean, it had lots of different names, different localizations. I think, yeah, it's just like, it was like the Sega Saturn, it was the PlayStation 2. This is so weird. There's all of these weird little games. It's so bizarre. I do want to try them though, eventually. So here's a wolf's eye. So I'm trying to go for this like older 90s-esque kind of anime look. But yeah, just so many bizarre games. I'm really interested in trying like weird NES games. There's just so much on there. I don't know how I could even get to all of it. Like, there's so much to play. It's kind of like this is a rabbit hole I may never come out from. So getting into like kind of game industry or wanting to break into game industry stuff with this project, I'm just like, oh, this could be my life from now on, potentially. It's a bit scary. And my nose, I got sick Saturday, like last Saturday, not so it's just past per se before, and my nose is still like stuffy. I'm still just like nasally and mucousy. This is like so annoying. It's like, I'm not even sick anymore. I'm just like stuffy. So yeah, I'm still trying to get over that, but there's nothing I can really do. Like, it's quite annoying. Alright, let's put back on that Pokemon music. It's just, I don't know. And I've been looking at all some backlogged and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. And like, I learned about this weird Shin Megami Tensei Metroidvania that came out in 2017. It was like it was like a freeware game. You could download through like a website temporarily, and it was promoting a remake of one of them. There's like a million Shin Megami Tensei games. I don't know. I haven't played any of them. I played Persona. That's it. But to see how that evolved, it's so strange. But then it was made in Click Team Fusion, of all things. Which, you might not know what that is. It's a very bad, like, game engine, if you could even call it that, on like Windows. This is what I was taught how to use. Sorry, I need to like blow my nose. I'll mute myself for a moment. Yeah, so Click Team Fusion. It's a very weird, not very good game engine, unlike that I was taught how to use in like grade 9 during my like school's IT class. I made a storytime video about that IT class back in like 2017. Yeah, it was weird, and I enjoyed learning it, and I enjoyed making games for the first time in that. But it's not very good for making anything substantial. I think the biggest games made in it are like Five Nights at Freddy's. It's very limiting and just weird. But yeah, they made this Shin Megami Tensei game in it, which is just so strange. I don't know why they chose that of all engines. Maybe because it's cheap. I guess it's kind of easy. I feel like you're kind of fighting against the actual software. And I was looking into like, oh, what are some like old anime games that'd be fun to play? Like these weird oddities, because you always hear about the best kind of games and systems, but I want to find the weird things and see if there's any like hidden gems. And I was looking up like if there's any like Evangelion games. I think there's like a visual novel that's based on, if you've seen End of Evangelion, there's like, I think it's from End of Evangelion? No, it's from the series finale, the anime finale, where it's like, oh, a different reality where it's like a slice of life anime. But there's a game based on that, like as the actual premise. It's just like, what? Ah, what happened? Okay. It dragged the file out for some reason. like that'd be a weird game to play. I kind of want to try it. And then there's like, I was looking at any Lupin the Third games. There's some weird Japan exclusive, like, I guess point and click adventure games, but they're pretty much just a movie, like the PS1. So that's kind of weird. Like it's 2 hours and there's like maybe 20 choices you can make in the whole thing apparently. It's just like, huh? And there's a really bad, oh, that was just like terrible, but there's just like a subpar, like side-scrolling platformer, like the Super Famicom, which is the SNES, that I think was Japan only, and it's just so many weird things. And then there's a PlayStation 2 game, which I think is the biggest one that people actually know about, which isn't too good, but I got like actually localized and everything. And then as well, another weird, it's already like a weird niche. There's an anime or manga called Kochira Katsushikaku Kameari Koen Maya Shubhatsujo, which is just like, this is the police station at the front of Kameari Park in Katsushika Ward, which is like it's a pretty beloved series in Japan, but it's very niche, and it's very like specifically Tokyo-based kind of stories. I think its localized title is like Tokyo Police Beat or something. But I know it because I do like editing work for it, like for like a whatever. at my part-time job for the manga. So I've been exposed to a lot of it over the past like 4 or 5 months. And I kind of like it. It has its charm. It's very like Showa era, which I like. And so I was like, is there any games for that? Which is weird, because it's a pretty beloved series, because it's got the second most amount of volume releases of any manga, I believe. So it's like, you've got some records under its belt. Over 1,000 chapters and everything. And I could only find like one game, and it's a Sega Saturn like party game, like a Mario Party kind of thing. Which, I was looking at some gameplay. I don't like how this looks. I really want to try it. So I don't know. Maybe I'll try and emulate that if I can find a ROM of it or anything. And then apparently, so there's a company called Kairosoft, I believe, and I know of them because they're making the One Piece game that's coming out, the Sanji cooking one, where it's like a restaurant management kind of game. So they're also making a Kochikama game, and it's just like a city builder, I think. They released a trailer for it back in December, but there's been no news since. So I'm hoping it still exists, because that'd be interesting to play as well. There's just so many weird, interesting little games. I'm like, oh my god, I could keep you entertained forever, finding weird oddities in these like libraries and Japan exclusive games, and I can read Japanese well enough to play them. So it's just very fun. Like, I beat Undertale in Japanese over the weekend, and that was a very good experience, because it's actually my first time beating Undertale. When I played it back in 2016, I only got to like Asgore and couldn't beat him. But I played it for the first time again in like a decade, pretty much. Like, actually a decade. And I did both the neutral and then pacifist route. So yeah, did it all in Japanese as well. It was kind of hard because there's no, there's very little kanji. And if you know anything about Japanese or you reach a certain level, kanji makes everything much, much better. And it's pretty much required past like a certain point. But yeah, so I played that, beat it, very good. Excited to play Deltarune eventually. I've got too many games in my backlog. I don't own Deltarune either, so I will have to wait until it, like, I don't think it really goes on sale, but I'll have to get it eventually. So yeah, sorry, I'm just blabbing about weird games. But beating that has given me more confidence to actually play through some actual games in Japanese. Like, proper, because it's like an RPG. So some other RPGs will be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, so his belly is in here. How do I want to do his hair, like going over his leg? I don't actually know. Something just like that? I don't know. Yeah, there's just so many weird little games I never played. It's very interesting to me. And a lot of it's just like available even without, like, a lot of it has translation patches. But for some of these weird niche games, I'm excited to delve into them. So I'm very much looking forward to getting my Retroid Pocket in the next week or two. But like, I was like, oh yeah, I'll play like PlayStation 2 games and GameCube games. I thought that would be like the main thing. But I'm getting really excited just to go back and play like even NES. Because I got curious today, I played a little bit of Devil's World, which is I'm not sure it was the first game that Miyamoto directed, It's a very early Shigeru Miyamoto game. It released on the Famicom and didn't get released like on the NES. Let's go with the old box. It's the oldest game on the like NES Classics app. So I played a bit of that. It's actually not bad. Graphically, it's very primitive. Or like, you can tell it's just like kind of hodgepodge stuff thrown together. But it's pretty good. It's like a Pac-Man clone, pretty much. But I'd say it has some merits. Do it. I don't want to go too crazy with the detailing here. Maybe we'll just keep that simple. Yes, I need to also be careful not to get too obsessed with video games. Because I need to do art as my main focus right now. So I need to be careful. But it has been very fun looking into these things. I want to play a bunch of them. So many things. I really want to do eventually, once I get things a little bit more like into a good habit, you know, of like breaking out of my 15-year-long YouTube addiction and like streaming regularly and getting some more art under my belt. I do want to stream some games, whether I do it on like a different account or something, I don't know. But I want to do like an NES like grab bag night or something would be fun. We're just playing through like a bunch of NES games on like the Switch. I've always wanted to do, like same like Super Nintendo, and just like play some weird things, which I know people probably aren't very interested in here, but I think it'd be fun. Or even like, I don't know, like looking into the really old art of these things and looking up old manuals. I think it could be fun. So I feel like his leg looks a little bit too chicken bony at the moment. It needs to have some more roundness to it going up here, so maybe something like that. I kind of want it to blend in with the I think maybe this part isn't working too well. I can't think of any characters I can reference for this like detail. Let me look up maybe the wolves from Princess Mononoke. The wolves, I meant wolves. Much rounder. His leg, actually, that goes up pretty far, doesn't it? I also want to play like Pokemon fan games and stuff. I think that'll be fun. Get rid of that, raise this, make a new layer. So something like that. Maybe? Not sure. It's only giving him 3 feet. I mean, 3 toes, not 3 feet. Let's give that a little bit of clean up. Hey, I actually think that's not too bad. Cool. So it's got that kind of curvature we want. And then, yeah, what I might do, well, is just I'll lean into it gradually like that. Something like that, maybe? Might be, is that too hairy? Maybe it's too hairy. Also, just learning about the history of like game studios is pretty interesting to me. Like, I don't know. Like, I was watching a little documentary someone made about Neon Falcom, and just seeing the history they went through, I was like, oh wow, it's like they all started out like very not how you'd expect. Like Falcom was a it started out as like just a Mac selling company, or like a computer selling company, I guess. Macs weren't really a thing back then; they were just Apple computers. And then like Capcom was, or Square Enix was a just an electronic company, or like an electrical company in Tokushima. Which is like, whoa, that's crazy. It's all very interesting. I can't remember how Capcom started. Maybe I actually haven't really studied it. I think I just watched a documentary about ghosts and goblins, actually, rather than or like Capcom in general. Oh yeah, I also want to play. There's is it an RPG? guess back then it would have been an RPG, like an action game. The Sweet Home, which was like the first survival horror game, and it was by Capcom. And because I remember learning about it from like a history of RPGs video, and then I was like, this sounds a lot like the plot of it. I was like, this sounds a lot like Resident Evil 7. And it turned out it's like, because it's by Capcom, it was like the inspiration for Resident Evil, like in general. Like they kind of went back after, in like it was made in the 80s originally, but they went back in the 90s, and they were originally going to do like a remake of it, I think, of Sweet Home, when they made Resident Evil, and it just became its own thing. And Resident Evil 7 pays a lot of homage to Sweet Home, which I think is a film, if I'm remembering right. Yes, I believe so. Yeah, it's a 1989 film. It's just like, well, it's so weird. I don't think it ever got a localization. It's probably been fan translated. It's just really interesting to me. I want to play it. Maybe around Halloween time. Might be good. And then there's like this series I only learned about like a week ago. It's called Splatterhouse, I think. It's like a horror monster themed beat 'em up. I think we plays a guy who looks like Jason. And that had a RPG called like Splatter World that was made and like pretty much finished for the NES or like Famicom, and then it just never got released. But then like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, something like that, like the prototype of like, which is pretty much the complete game, like got like dumped online, and so then people translated it, and it's just like a whole horror themed RPG. It's pretty cool. I want to try play that as well. There's just so many weird little oddities. And like I want to play some licensed games. Ah, it's just too much cool things. I'm just really coming to appreciate gaming as a medium, I think. And just what weird little things have been made from it. I enjoy it. How cool it would be to be around in like 1988 and like just walking and be like, hey, I could draw. Like, can I work with you guys? I'd be like, sure, come on in, show us what you can do. And then you just like work on some of the coolest things ever. Sigh. Compared to like how the industry is now, just like it's very depressing. How developers are treated. But I think we're kind of in like a weird little dark age of gaming as a whole, unfortunately, in terms of like outputs and also just like treatment. There's still gonna be cool stuff being made, but there's not really like weird oddities like that being made now. Like there'll be weird indie games, but it's just like an indie game doesn't have, I guess just because of the scale of the industry, not everything is new anymore, so not everything is going to be kind of given the same status, or like games now is much more easily lost to time, I think, which is sad, just because there's so many. But I really like the website backlogged. It's just cool for discovering games as well. Because they got so much on there, like, recorded, so you can look up pretty much any niche little game, and you can find, like, oh yeah, it's on here, and, like, there's so many of these games I was looking at today, it's like, oh, it's been played by, like, 10 people on the website have, like, actually listed themselves as playing it. So it's just like, wow. So niche. Like that game Neo Turf Masters I played before, the golfing game. It, like, I don't even know how many people have played that on there. There's a Neo Geo Pocket Color version of the game. It's had 8 people have played it. Like, there's been more, but like, because Backlog doesn't have everyone, it's just like people have registered and remembered every little niche game they've played. But like 667 people have played Neo Turf Masters, which is a bit more than you'd think. But it was brought to the Wii apparently. So it's just like, oh my god, it's so weird, I love it. And like even Nintendo's got some weird things that we talks about, like there's like Shigesato Toys, like Pro Bass Fishing, which I really want to play. Like, because it's by like the creative Earthbound, and then it's just like, oh, it's so weird. It's a fishing game. It's got like, such cute little art. I love it. It was made for like the Nintendo 64 disc drive, I think. So like nobody's played it. It's so strange. I look at long play of this Neo Geo game. The Neo, it's just a normal golfing game, I think. Like, it's so weird. Because a lot of these consoles were just like arcade ports, whereas I'm so used to retro gaming of just like from the view of Nintendo, where they were like dedicated, made originally for the console. But a lot of the other competitors like Capcom, Sega, Neo Geo, Konami, they all like made primarily arcade games back then still. So all their games were ports of arcade games. So like the Neo Geo and like the Mega Drive are just full of arcade ports. There's just like a ton of beat 'em ups. It's very interesting to me, but it's something I've always just kind of like ignored. And I've never played like beat 'em ups or like arcade games. They were kind of dead before my time, at least in Australia. So I have very little experience with them. But I'm interested to kind of delve into it a little bit, because I think the Retro Pocket can emulate arcade machines as well, if I'm not mistaken. Well, like, some of them at least. I'm sure some of them are like very specific and more like weirdly powerful. That is either just like not an emulator for them, or they're just like, I don't know. But a lot of the good ones have at least console ports, which is fine. I don't know of any like old retro arcades in Tokyo. I'm sure there are some. It'd be fun to go to one though, I think. You always just see like the used to be Sega, but it's Gigo now, or Geigo. I always think Geigo, but it would be Gigo because it's Japanese. Buildings, there's like Taito buildings here and there. It's mainly Gigo. Yeah, they've always got like mainly claw machine games, plus like rhythm game, just standard kind of ones. And then they've always got the section for like horse betting. I'm sure there's like a whole plethora of weird niche Japanese horse racing games, like horse gambling games. It's because it's like a really weird niche here in Japan. It's probably like the same kind of field as like what are they called? Chinko machines. Which would be like a whole other weird kind of like rabbit hole, I feel. Because there's been so many like brand colors, but they're all just like kind of garbage. like just gambling machines. I've never played pachinko. I've never played like a pokey really either, like a actual slot machine. So never really gambled. I'll blow my nose again. Oh, it's just like I feel it building up. I'm at the front there. I gotta mute myself. Honestly, I don't know how my body can make so much mucus. Shocking. Okay, so it's gonna be his heart rate goes white. Throw his eyes in. So ooh. Oh, I like how his eyes look. Okay. Well, hold on. The back pose is going to be harder to do because I thought the front pose was fine, but doing the line art was actually harder than I thought it would be. So we'll see how the back pose goes. I'll be happy with that though. He's actually quite a bit bigger now. I guess I will shrink him a bit. Yeah, that's the front pose line art. I'm pretty happy with that. Like level of detail and everything. I think it's good. Strip you. But yeah, I've been mainly limited to like the Nintendo Switch Online catalogs of retro games, and like my scope of it, plus just like the classic Nintendo ones, which is already mainly on there. But I've been discovering so much recently, I'm like, oh wow, it's actually pretty cool. I want to redo this little part twist snout here. It's too blocky. Okay. It's a bit now. It was all just too like square and uniform before. I am torn because like I want to of course support the games, so like for anything that's like released on modern platforms and like collections, I'll probably still wait and like get those games in like the official capacity that you can. There's still a lot of games that are just like not re-released from back then. So there's still plenty to play, but like I probably won't play like I want to play the like mainline Mega Man games and like Contra and Castlevania and stuff like that. They're probably like the biggest omissions, but I just gotta wait till they're on sale. Because I'll probably go in like my main backlog of games. I'll probably have to make a separate like retro backlog. So all these games I probably won't like finish, or just like jump in and play for a bit. Which is like what arcade games are kind of like, and retro games as well. Hmm. It's pretty good. spiky little ears. Actually, they should probably be a bit higher, those ones. To match the other front pose. Not working too well with the angle I'm going for. I think I'll do a leg. It's the end of a video. Yeah. Oh, it's just, it's too many games. Oh, too many weird games I want to play. It's too cool. On my backlog, I've got 291 games played. So that's me trying to go through everything I've played in my life, or like played a bit, or earned. So it's, yeah. I don't. Oh wait, do I have that? They include that really bad Animal Sanctuary game. See what background music could put on. Never put music, got that. Let me just go to my games. And stop by Game Boy Advance? Or was it DS? I think it was DS. I don't have it listed there. I'll check backlog. Apply the filter for DS. Someone I mentioned in my video about no, okay, so I haven't included that. What was it called again? DS Animal Wildlife Center game. I think I got it on my R4 card. It was on the GBA as well, but it was a GBA game ported to the DS. My Animal Center in Africa, that's a... What a bad game. I remember that just being like the worst game that I had. I think my grandma had it or something. I played it there. And it was just not good. Yeah, I've played that. To mark it as nothing special. Oh, it was so bad. 30 plays. I just remember, it's just like brown, crunchy pixels, and you're always just like cleaning up poop, is what I remember, and just like not knowing what to do, and I couldn't make any progress in the actual game itself. Just being like, well, this. As a kid, I was like, this is nothing. She didn't have many games. I don't know why they had a DS. I think it was just like back then. Well, my grandparents like kind of like to buy things as well. But it was marketed towards older people. Like they had had Dr. Kawashima's brain training, which I guess I should mark as played as well, because I remember sitting on the couch in the corner of her house and just playing Dr. Kawashima's brain training. Is it just called brain training? On the DS? That was Brainy, just right. I think it was the first one. Yeah, we're playing that. Be like, oh yeah, this is okay. I remember. Like, yeah, it was whatever. Yeah. Everyone says it's just got bad writing detection. 6.8k people played on backlog though, that's crazy. I mean, it did sell a lot, to be fair, so I guess that makes sense. Okay. Now here's his complicated butt. Oh. I'm not really gonna let back as looking actually. It needs to have more shape to it. Needs to be up and down, triangular. And this as well, it's just like, what? Why is it jut down like that? Ah, tricky, tricky, tricky. What? Okay. Oh, why does it zoom in so fast sometimes? Okay. Honestly, it feels like it's kind of up too high. Oh, I don't know, it's just so tricky to get right. Like, Cell does not translate very well to 3D, I don't think. I kind of just draw everything quite flat. Okay, let me... I want to redo the stomach, so I'm going to delete everything around. I should just erase it. Yes, it's gonna be scary, suddenly having like every console at my fingertips when I get this Retroid. I've been excitedly wanting to get one since like November of last year, so this is long overdue. I'm looking forward to it. destroy his butt. Because his head is kind of side on, so it breaks the whole illusion, I think. It's like hump on his back. So I don't want to give it too much detail either, like just tons of lines for the sake of having lines. Okay. Yeah, it's not working. Oh, it's because his front body is side on and his back body is at an angle. Ugh. Okay, I think I gotta redo the whole thing. It's just not at a consistent angle. Okay. I'm gonna have to just draw a accurate. Let's say that as I draw these spiky. He is as accurate as I can. Model of it dog-wise. This is so hard. Okay. I hate Control Z on this pen. Okay. Wait, why? Why? It's always the thing you want to raise is always like the first stroke I added. Why is it like that every time? I want to raise the neck. Yeah. Okay. So hard. Okay. He's kind of just like body, butt. The way that I've designed him, he kind of has to be like no neck from this angle, I feel like. Or just make it really small. Ugh, this is not good. Oh, how weird that is. He's like a pinhead. Like, how do you draw it so it's right angle-wise? I don't know. So weird. His leg is still like side on. This leg is still like not right angle. So the stomach should be coming up here. His leg should be coming down. Like so. This looks so weird. This does not look like the character. This is like some weird like. Ugh. Feels like I'm drawing an Animal Jam character right now. Because of these proportions. Because it's like foreshortening, right? It's coming towards the camera, so. He's off screen. Okay. Ugh. Look up anime dog model sheet. What do people usually do for okay, I can't find any. The closest I can find is the dad from War Children. They tend to they just drew him back pose for the legs with head side on, because it's dog heads in 3/4 angle back. Look weird as heck. I need to channel my inner furry to get this. Well, furries don't really draw with like the best perspective actually, so the best proportions. Maybe it's not the best in the channel right now. What if I just did like a side on? Instead of like I just do this. Do front on. Much more like foxy. Okay. Okay. God, I can't even draw on front on. Oh, hello, welcome people. Sorry, I was not looking at chat. I was fighting against my life trying to draw a dog front on. Or from any angle. How are people doing? Alright, let's see. So I think it's too like cheeky of him to be smiling like that. Okay. Doing well, going to start studying Japanese again today. My goal is to reach N3 by December of next year. Oh, that's pretty... That's a good goal. Should be able to make it in that time. If you keep at it consistently enough. I'd say that's perfectly feasible. Yeah. Like, I'm currently studying for N2. Yeah. Although I've never actually done the N3, but I feel like I need to kind of just like skip it and go straight for N2 for what I'm trying to achieve goal-wise. And I'm kind of at N3 level already. Let's see if I can get this head right. If I try again from a back angle. Okay. It's not too bad. It's kind of just a side angle though, It's not really a back kind of angle. Like, I'd need to move these spikes. Control Z, please work. Ugh. I need to set Control Z to be a different button on my drawing tablet. It's just, I've got it set to the pen, just by habit. But I don't think that really works very well. Let's see. Let's set this one to be... True paint? No. I want the actual button. Okay. Okay. It's got the same problem there, whereas Nick feels like it's non-existent. If I warp this to be what's up to there. Well, let me just fix all that. This doesn't feel like it's at an angle. I don't know how I can get it to feel like that though. Like... Let's try this. Yeah. It's more like a Wile E. Coyote kind of thing. In working holidays, and would you recommend it for someone who wants to eventually get a job in the gaming industry in Japan? To finish my computer science degree first, though. I am on a working holiday visa. I don't know if I can recommend it or not because I haven't really found any success yet. I also haven't really been looking yet. I've just been working on my portfolio because I'm not coming from someone who has like been trying to break into the game industry. This is like only very recent. I was like before I'd studied animation. So I can't say for certain if it's great or not. The upsides to it is you're here and you can apply for jobs that are domestic. There like a lot of applications would be like, oh, Japan only residents, but you're still on a temporary visa, so you're not already sponsored with a visa. Like a lot of companies will probably be able to like, oh, you've already got a visa, we can help support you to renew it. But sponsoring it can be a different matter. So in some cases you might just be in like the same boat as if you were in like America or any other overseas country. Even though you're in Japan, because it's like technically a tourist visa, not really like a like you're not technically meant to be. Like even they're gonna do like the ski season, they'll be there for like 4 months and then leave. That's what most users of it are doing, I'd say. At least from Australia, that's probably like what 90% of people in the working holiday visa do. They just go to ski. Yeah. So I will have to update if I get a job or not, or at the end of my visa. I mean, it certainly helped me get Japanese practice and experience. And I've worked in a Japanese company now, which might help the job hunting a bit. I will hopefully be starting to actually apply for some jobs next month. Adage, saying, I don't know, something that was told by a teacher I had at university. And it specifically is for like the animation industry, but I think it applies to like the games industry as well, and probably a lot of them. It's like trying to break into any creative industry or just job industry is like trying to break out of a jail or a prison. Everyone's going to do it their own way because when someone finds out a method of breaking in or getting in, that escape or exit gets plugged up, gets blocked because they found out about it, the wardens. So you've got to find your own way. Everyone's got to find their own unique way of making things work. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but I feel like it's pretty accurate. This pose is going to take more work, but I want to get it right. I might honestly need to do like a full turnaround for him. I don't know. I think the body is fine. It's just this head. I'm trying to make that work. Isn't really working. It just feels like it's a side-on head still. Let me see if I can get a actual picture of a dog or a wolf from behind and even just trace it to get the general forms of it down. Dog from behind. Because it's the snout that I'm struggling with. Let me make a new file here. Might not be the best actually, because it's a black dog. So it might all blend together. I'm trying to reference it. Okay. So you've got a head. It's a block kind of shape. There's that there. The brow. Your neck. Comes out to here. The snout would go up there, so then the snout. That's got a nose there. That. How does it work? The head goes in front of the snout. Like so, okay. The neck. Tiny little pinhead. And then ear, there. And does he have a visible eye? Kind of. It's... Okay, now if I was to exaggerate this snout. Stretch it out. See how it turns flat? It turns into like a side angle. And then perspective. I feel like it would actually go further in if it was longer. No? Like if it was longer, it'd be like that. Because of I don't know, he's got like a bird beak. This is so tricky to do. Okay, let me try and draw in our character using this shape. Exaggerate this hump so it comes up here. It just looks like a... I hate the snout. Oh my god. It's got to curve in like that, right? Okay. Actually, would the head even be... would the snout even be visible? Like... Maybe it would be more accurate just to draw it without having the snout be really visible. Look at that. And kind of like, what's the point of drawing the character head, I suppose, if you can't even see like the face behind it in the model sheet. I guess that's why a lot of them would just draw them to the side. Okay. The front's on. I think that kind of makes sense. But does the rest of this character make sense perspective-wise? Oh, I don't know. I don't know which looks better. I feel like that looks better as an actual pose. Reference sheet. We're getting a different head angle in there. It's probably the best of both worlds. I don't know. I might need to come back to it after thinking about it for a bit, looking at it. This might be the progress we make for today, but it is getting to dinner time, so I might need to wrap up stream. Filter 1. Not very good progress made today, unfortunately. There's gonna be some days like that. It feels like I'm just kind of in a little bit of a slump, project-wise, on this. I want to get this character sheet done so I can just go into the concept art. But we'll see. I don't know. So it doesn't really feel like it'd be what he'd look like up front. He's too like Wile E. Coyote. It doesn't really feel like a wolf either from behind. I don't know, it's so hard. Also, this doesn't look as bad looking at it now. Yeah, actually, not a fan. I don't know. So frustrating, so difficult. Alright, what can I do? I might need to work on this more off stream and just try and get it done. Yeah, like it's kind of like the boring grunt work I gotta do. And then when I can get to the concept art, that'll be more fun to actually stream, I think. But, I don't know, looking at drawings, give me an idea. Oh, it's cool. I'm glad it did. That's... I mean, I feel like that achieves a purpose. It's concept art for like a hypothetical game project. Yeah. If when I try and go for a proper back angle head, but that will just look like this, won't it? Let me see if I can get like a wolf from behind. Because I got a bit more of a stocky build. It's also white, so that gives me a lot of contrast to work with. So he's also very like fuzzy, so I can probably try and hide a lot of that shape behind hair. Hey, you slab, okay. Let's see. So if we go... he's gonna have a big hump. Alright, but yes, I'm not sure. It's just tricky because he's like, the dog feels so small. Like giving him like a greyhound head. Because his head is kind of small compared to his body. So... yeah, it doesn't really feel like a sync character. Because it's technically not, it's like traced over a real live wolf. But let me copy this over. And see what we can do. So we want to have this shape kind of come around. The shape is so hard to get, right? It's because his okay. His back hump like thing comes up behind, and then it kind of quickly swoops back down. I don't know if this is good. I did that not do anything. Okay. But keeping the same angle from before, his head should probably be like in here. That's so weird. Alright, I think I'm going to call it here for today. We've made some progress. It's just his head. So weird. Honestly, maybe I just don't include the head. Just from behind, just have like this. It's just like, yeah, but that's just behind. Would that look too weird by itself? I don't know. I mean, it's totally accurate. Like, I don't know, it's bizarre. Alright, well yeah, I'm gonna call it here for today. Give it a look over. I'll try and be back for a stream tomorrow night, we'll see. After work. Just coming back to work after a long weekend. So I've had like 4 days off. So it might be like too pooped. Shock to the system. Yeah, so shorter stream today. Not a ton of progress. I'm trying to just figure out how to do this. Make it look good. Because it just looks beheaded at this point. I don't even know if that's like good for a model sheet either. I might need to do like 3 poses. I don't know. Or even like... his head be down here. It looks too like kawaii, you know? If I'm doing that, I might as well just stretch his head out more and make the pose stronger. So it's kind of that situation where it's like, oh yeah, it's technically correct, but like, it's a bit of a weaker pose, and it make it models it a bit, just because it's design. Is that necessary for a model sheet? I've got to decide between making it like a accurate model sheet for what his behind looks like, versus what would look good. I feel like because the main point is just making sure what the body looks like from behind, that's fine. If I just make the head come out to like here, a side view or a front view, that would just make the pose stronger, and it will still be fine in the case of like, oh yeah, it serves a purpose. because from behind you can't even really see his head, so might as well make the pose look better by including his head. You know? I think that's what I might go with in the end, but I'll think about it. So yeah, I'm going to end stream here. Hopefully we can come back. I'll try and do some more work tonight off stream. Tomorrow I might come back and do some more, or finish it, or I might do something else if I do finish it tonight, we'll see. But yeah, thanks for coming along and chatting, everyone who did. I appreciate it. And we're making solid progress. Once we get this done though, we'll be able to jump into like some nice coloured concept art, trace of painting. I do want to do like 1 or 2 more digital illustrations paintings before I jump into it, just to freshen up a little bit and improve my skills a little bit more. I don't want to postpone it too long though, because I want to actually get this project done and start applying to jobs. But I've only done like a few illustrated things of like full painting scenes, and it's been like a month since I've done them at this point as well. So I need to design a new phone case because mine is literally breaking and falling apart, so I will do one of those so I can order one. And then I've got it's like Final Fantasy 3 fan art that I'm wanting to do since like April. So we'll do that, and then we'll go into that properly. So yeah, ideally like next week or late this weekend I can start doing some cryptics. This is what this is called, illustrations, concept art. So yeah. And then we go to like a logo and some UI stuff so we can do a mock-up. But I will do a UI over, like the illustration will come first. We'll do like a battle illustration. So yeah. Alright, thank you for watching. Have a good day and like a middle point of your week. It's Tuesday. Doesn't feel like it though. And I'll see you all either hopefully tomorrow, because I think I'm going out on Thursday. So I'll be able to stream Thursday, so I'll try and stream tomorrow so we can make some good progress. And yeah, see you all later. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Oh wait, this is starting soon screen. We'll stream over. There you go. Alright, goodbye. Scuff galore.